Hello students, so welcome back. In this session we are going to start with a very important topic, which is control statements. Now what do you mean by control statements? So C language allows you to manipulate the flow of program control by using various control statements. So basically control statements are used in the program to manipulate the flow of program. Okay, now these control statements are broadly classified into two types. First one is decision making statements and second one is looping statements. Now what is decision making statements? So these are the statements which decide which action are to be performed. Okay, and looping statements are the one which decide how many times an action is to be performed. So if you want a particular action to be repeated for n number times in your program, then you will use probably looping statements in the program. Are you getting my point? So decision making statements can be implemented with many statements, such as decision making statements can be implemented with the help of if statements. So first type of decision making statement is if statement, then the if else statement, then third type of decision making statement is nested if statements, then we can use the else if statements also. Fifth one is the switch statement, and last is the conditional operator. Now the conditional operator are the ones which we have studied in the previous operator section. So in this section we are going to see that how this conditional operator can be used as decision making statements. Okay, so we'll start with first decision making statement, which is if statement. We are going to see how we can implement if statement in the program. Okay, so the if statement, the syntax of if statement is this. So you have to use expression to check. Now here, if this particular expression is true, then this block of instruction will be executed. Okay, so this opening and closing curly bracket determines that this much block will be executed if this expression is true. Okay, so this is the flow chart of if statement. Now what do you mean by flow chart? So flow chart is nothing but the graphical representations of the program steps. Okay, now see here what is given here, if expression. So if this particular expression is true, then what will happen if this expression is true? Now there will be two possibilities of checking this expression. Either this expression will be true or it will be false. So if this expression is true, that means if it is yes, then program statement will be executed. If this expression is not true, if it fails, that means if it gives the output as no, then this program statement will not be executed. So if you want to skip the execution of this program statement, you can use if decision making statements. Okay, so see here, if expression is true, non-zero, then it will execute the statement. It gives you the choice of executing statements or skipping the statements. So what we are doing, we are checking on this expression. So if this expression is true or if this expression is satisfied, then program statement will be executed. If this expression is not satisfied or if this expression fails, then the program statement will not be executed. Okay, so this is about if statement. This is the syntax. Whatever you want to execute, if the particular expression is true, then you have to enclose it within opening and closing curly brackets. So if this expression is true, these many statements will be executed. If it is not true, these statements will not be executed. Okay, now I think you will understand concept of if statement with the help of program better. So consider this program. Basically this program is used to identify whether given number is less than 10. So to make this line a comment statement, I have used this symbol. Can you see here? So in the previous sessions also I told you that to make a particular statement as comment statement, you can use this symbol so that this line will not be executed in the program. Okay, now we will start with the header files. So hash include stdio.h, hash include conio.h. This will include standard input output header file. Also it will include the concurrent header file. Okay, now with this, with the help of stdio.h, you will be able to use printf and scanf statements in your program, and with the help of conio.h you will be able to use what, this console related functions, which are your CLR, SCR and getch. Okay, now we'll start with the main program. So here your main program is void main. Inside main program, I have created one variable. See here, integer a is equal to 10. So a is a variable whose data type is integer, and I am going to store value 10 to a. Okay, after that I am going to check if the value of a is less than 10 or not. So this will be performed with the help of if statement. Now how you can identify, now what is, see here, what is the program statement? You have to identify whether a given number is less than 10 or not. So to check whether a given number is less than 10 or not, you need to have one variable in which you will be storing the number which is given by the user. So for that I have used a variable a. Okay, now value of a initially I have given as 10. Okay, so value of 10, a is 10. Now if this value is less than or equal to 10, then it will print a is less than 10. Okay, otherwise if this condition is not true, then this block of statement which is there inside opening and closing curly brackets will not be executed. Are you getting my point? Try to understand. If this expression is true, then only whatever there inside the curly bracket will be executed. If this is not true, your program will not execute this statement. It will go straight away to next statement, which is getch. Okay, so this is the program which is used to identify whether a given number is less than 10 or not. Now here what will happen, I have given value of a as 10. So what your compiler will do, it will check whether a is less than or equal to 10. What will happen here, a is equal to 10, right? That is why this particular expression, this particular statement will get executed. Why? Because this statement is true, this expression is true, a is equal to 10, this is true, that is why this will get executed. Now let's just see how we can execute the program. I'll show you how to run the program, the same program. So what you have to do, you have to copy the complete program, copy the program which is there in Notepad or WordPad or anything. What you have to do, you have to go where your C is installed. So my C is installed in C drive. In that turbo C, in that there's a file, bin file. So there are various programs, various program files are stored. So what you have to do, this is the file which I have already created. I have a code inside this file. So what I can do, this file, you have to open this file, open with Notepad. Okay, so can you see the code which is already there? So this was the program which was stored as the name Priyanka. So I will paste here my code which I want to execute right now. After pasting, I will save this file. Okay, so when you save this file, so what you have to do after you save your file in the Notepad, open turbo C++. Can you see my code is already there in priyanka.c file? See here. Now what I will do, I will compile my program. Can you see here, 0 error, 0 warnings. Now since there are no error and no warnings, I'll run my program. So see here, a is less than 10 is printed. Now this is because my a is equal to 10. So this condition is satisfied. Now consider my a is not equal to 10. Consider the value of a below 10. Take the value of a below 10. So take a is equal to 9. Assign the value 9 to a, and now we'll just check whether we get the output same or not. See, the previous output was also printed. That is because I have not included CLR SCR in the program. So what I'll do, I'll include CLR SCR in the program so that I will not get previous output on the output screen. Okay. Okay, so a is less than 10. This is because a is 9 and my condition a is less than 10 satisfied here. That is why this printf statement will get executed. But if this condition does not satisfy, then this printf, if this expression does not if this particular expression is not true, then this printf statement will not execute. We will see this how. So assign the value of a which is greater than 10. So assign 11 to a. Now we will see what happens. So compile. So see here, your program is running but you don't get any output on the output screen. That is because this expression is not true. Now if this expression is not true, as I told you, this printf statement will not get executed and your program will jump to getch statement. Now what is the role of getch? To hold the output screen. That is why it is holding your output screen, but you don't see any statement on the output screen. That is because your expression is not true. That is why this statement is not executed. So I hope you understood how we can use if statements in the program. Okay, so thank you everyone.